Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a little bit since I was here. This is Nate. I am Lola. Sorry. Nay, can you hear me? This is
I'm Nay.
okay. Are you on? Are you a
Yes,
little bit
and I'm
delayed?
Nay. Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I
Can
just
you
want to
hear
be.
me?
I can hear you. I think you just might be a couple seconds behind me.
Oh, that's weird.
But
Hmm.
this is Nalo's Thrift
Huh.
Talk.
I don't know why that would
Oh,
happen.
no, you're fine. No, you're fine. Okay, cool. And today we are doing Goodwill
Yes.
box unboxing, which is the first one we've done in a while, and we have some new types of boxes that we tried out. So we're super excited to share them. And I know that my box I did already open. May, I think you have a mix, right? You have a couple you opened, and then at least one you haven't yet because you sent me.
I opened mine. So yeah.
Nay sent me the like top of the box.
I did actually open them all just for the sake of I had to to my parents.
Never mind. I lied.
So I have a shoe box, a Y2K box, and a vintage wholesale box.
Awesome. And mine is
Lola. Can you hear me? Okay.
You're taking a second to catch up. Like you're reacting to things I said 10 seconds ago. Which makes me a little worried. Is anyone who's in the chat, do you mind saying if Nay's coming in?
So are you. Yeah, you are too.
Because it might be my end.
Okay. Yeah, you're slow on too for me.
You know what? I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. That might be the problem.
Oh, okay. Well, so I have a Y2K. Can everybody hear me okay in the chat? Can everybody hear me like in real time? Am I slow? So Ed said that he hears us very well. So, okay. So I have a Y2K box, which is it's urban wear. It's supposed to be Y2K streetwear. They advertise it as mostly brands of T-shirts and pop culture kind of things. And then there is I have a vintage wholesale box, which is they say that that's supposed to be. No, there's two Lolas. Repurposing, but. I did get some good things in there, and then there was also I had a shoe box, a repurposed shoe box, but it was surprisingly pretty good. We'll see, but it comes with 5 pairs of shoes. So, and okay, that's better.
Okay, so I think that was the problem. I'm all good.
Okay, yeah, now I hear you fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was weird because you were like answering me like later than
the same thing to me on my from my perspective, and I was like, what is going on? But I figured out I was on the wrong Wi-Fi network and I fixed it. So I'm back. Okay. Nay, because you have more than one box. I only have one box, so you should go first. But we did.
So maybe I'll do like a few at a time.
We did each wear something from our boxes. So we can do a quick what we're wearing segment.
Yeah, we're just going to do one segment today. We're not going to do a bunch of segments. This is kind of, I have to do something tomorrow, so we can't do a regular show. So we decided we've been meaning to do a haul. So we decided to just make that our show this week. And then next week we'll be back to our regular show with the segments.
Exactly. Yeah. And we do want to start doing more hauls like sprinkled in. So look out for those. So Nadine, what are you wearing?
Okay. So I am wearing, it is, can you bring me up on the big screen?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Okay. So I am wearing a sun-kissed t-shirt from my box, from one of my boxes. It's really worn, like as far as wash wear and all, but it's super cozy and comfy. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. It's Fruit of the Loom. So, and I also have on this was not from the boxes, but this is from Philly from thrifting in Philly. My Eagles hat, so I have a little Philly today on.
That's a nice hat. I think we probably have bought that exact same hat brand new in a pinch before Chris.
Yeah, I think
Eagles game once.
I think it's new area. Yeah, it's a nice hat. Yeah.
Very cute. All right, so I'm wearing something that I never wore when I was the appropriate age for it. And now it has come into my life in a different way. So this is a vintage Tweeter t-shirt. You can see it's actually much clearer on video than in real life. Where it is there, like a bleach stain, which kind of looks like an exclamation point. You could pretend that it's a bleach stain, but it's definitely a bleach stain. It's really faint if you're seeing it in real life. The light's kind of hitting it the right way. Yeah. So it's a total bummer. But I think for this shirt, I might like bleach it and distress it more, and then list it on.
I was gonna say you can just kind of over bleach it, yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking about over dyeing it, but then I don't think it would it would probably harm the like face, the Tweety face. So, but then a fun nostalgic fact on the tag is actually a Six Flags tag. So someone bought this when they were, on a trip to Six Flags. Yeah. So, and I have not been to Six Flags in a long time. Definitely was thinking about doing it this summer. Probably not this summer, but who knows.
So cute.
Yeah.
Love it.
I am very happy.
So are you going to keep it even if you bleach it more?
I'm tempted. I mean, I'll see how it turns out. Probably I'll list it, but I might wear it a few more times. I remember when I was like in second grade, maybe third grade, it was really big to like wear these t-shirts super oversized with like bicycle shorts. So I may have to like recreate that look.
Oh yeah.
Now that the 90s
yep, I remember.
We'll see.
So funny. Super. Yes, they are. That's for sure.
Yep.
Okay. So I have my boxes are kind of all mixed up. I am broadcasting from my parents' house, so yeah, I couldn't. I had to bring it all over, so it's kind of mixed up. But
That's
can
correct.
tell.
You probably remember.
So this was. Yeah, so this was in the Y2K box, and this is one that I'll probably just wear as a sleep shirt or something because it's really, really in. Let me back up a little bit here. You can see. So it is Arizona Red Dirt.
Ooh, I remember those shirts. Yeah.
So. Yeah, so it's super washed though, and it's soft. So I might just keep this one. I don't know, but I don't think I'll get much for that anyway because of This one was also the Y2K. So this one has some holes in it, unfortunately, which is kind of a bummer. It is. Can you see well enough? Do I need to turn a light on?
It's a little pixelated on my end, but I don't know if that's just me again.
Oh, I think it might just be. I'm seeing it clearly on. Okay. I'm just wondering. But anyway, this is a skateboard brand. Skateboard Projects.
Oh, cool.
And it is. So this is the brand. However, the bummer is that it's got multiple holes in it. So the tag is kind of coming off the sleeve. You can see there's some holes there, but it's got quite a bit of holes in it. So that's the only thing. I don't really know how I would, if it had stains on it, I could over dye it, but I'm not sure with holes what I could do with that.
I mean, sometimes the holes are a feature depending on where they are and how you spin them, because what I might
have to look up.
You can use different things in if you have a top loading washing machine, you can that's what stone washing is, right? Like on a pair of jeans, you can add a washer to intentionally distress it even more. So that could then be like a, intentionally trashed, distressed kind of t-shirt, or even add like cuts or something. There's definitely a lot of things you can do, and those are trending right now.
Yeah, I just don't want to ruin it more, make it worse.
If you ruin it more, keep it.
Okay. Well. This is one that I'm probably going to keep. I've actually worn this one. It's Texas Tech.
Oh, yeah, I saw you sent me a picture in that one.
Yeah, so I've worn that one. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or sell it, but It's another one that was in this is a Lee brand shirt. This was in the vintage box. So
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What did you think the difference was between the Y2K box and the vintage box?
The Y2K box had more in it, but it had more t-shirts in it than anything else. And it was more, they were similar, but I have to say that the vintage was a little more fun.
Okay. Because I got more in the vintage box.
But it was mostly t-shirts, like a lot of t-shirts.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So my vintage box was also a lot of t-shirts.
Okay.
You want me to do a few and then we can?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I was really happy with them, but I was definitely, when I got the vintage box instead of the Y2K box, I was hoping for more older vintage. And I thought that might actually be what they had been accumulating, because there isn't another box where like older, 60s, 70s, even like 40s vintage would fit in. And I would be super happy to get it even in like pretty distressed condition, because I like fixing things. I like, carefully washing and mending and stuff. So that's kind of what I was imagining when I ordered it, but that is not what I got. So it was a lot of t-shirts. They were a mix. A lot of them were white though, so that was great because I can then tie-dye them. I can, like I was talking about, distressing them, stuff like that. And a lot of them, it wouldn't be a huge loss if I like totally messed it up. So I think these are good like practicing t-shirts. So like this one, it's Hard Rock Cafe Los Angeles. I don't think this would have like a ton of appeal. I think it is single stitch. Yeah, a lot of these were single stitch, so that was nice. But this one, you can tell it's like gone through the wash with something red, so it's a little off color.
Kit.
But
right.
Perfect.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, but
can you tell what single for those that know?
So the single stitch.
Lola.
Yes, good point.
Yeah.
So single stitch here literally just means it's single stitch instead of 2 rows of stitches on the hem. And they changed. So this is actually, I think this is a blind hem, which is not done anymore. It's more like time intensive and highly skilled. So now you will see the t-shirt here with 2. So here, okay, so this one's not as old. This one is also pretty fun. It's like, it is embroidered, just like a tourist t-shirt, but I think this would also be fun to tie-dye, maybe distress, or sell as is. I love Pittsburgh though, so I might keep it. But this is a example of 2 stitches. Do you see the 2?
Yeah, yes, I see that, yeah. And that's what's mostly on.
And then on the bottom, you also have 2 lines of stitches here, because on the inside it's serged instead of blind hem.
Got it.
So that's my overly complex explanation for.
No, but the single stitch is how you can tell that.
Yeah, it's one of those things basically that you see a lot in vintage clothing, where the quality goes down slightly and the techniques used are faster, cheaper to execute. And so that's one way you can tell that something's newer or older. And then I'll do one more t-shirt. This one's my favorite. It's also single stitch, and it's definitely in the best condition. It feels like it wasn't really worn much at all. And it has cutest dog on it.
So cute.
It does have the year, so it's copyright 91. And like, this is the only t-shirt where the white t-shirt like fabric feels basically completely unstained. And as I hold it up now, I'm afraid I'm going to see something, but no. So because it has this like very specific appeal for like, dog people, like very little breeds, and it's vintage, I probably will sell this, but I kind of want to keep this was definitely my favorite.
I love it. It's a great shirt. Yeah.
I wish it was stained or something, so I didn't have to feel like torn about it.
That is great. So this one was in the Y2K box. It is not really. It's a newer. You can tell it's one of those newer ones. So, but it's a women's shirt. It would be good for Depop. You know, I might be able to get maybe $20 for it. You know, but probably 15 to 20. We'll see. Maybe a little less, but. And then this one, my son has claimed this, and it's super cute. My youngest son, I had to take the tag off because he has some sensory issues with tags. So I have to remove all the tags, but it was, I think, like a Jerseys or something brand.
I actually thought of him because some of my stuff doesn't have tags. Like someone cut it out.
That's so funny. Yeah, we can't have any tags with him. So I removed the tag, and he loves it. It's Walking Dead.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it is a youth.
That's perfect. It's just the size.
Yeah, so it's a youth size small. So he loves it. He's worn it already. So, and speaking of my children, my other son, I have, as you know, most of you know, I have 3 sons. So my oldest one is 12, and this is a adult small, but it fits him. So he is going to have a Clemson sweatshirt. Ooh. So this was also in the Y2K, and is
it like a reverse weave sweatshirt or?
No, it's got like the Philly kind of, it's not. It's just, but it's Russell athletic. It's got like the Philly, you know. But it's so this is a good sweatshirt for him in the winter. You know, he liked it. And then my other son actually got a sweatshirt too, but it's still in his closet. It's Florida State, a hoodie, which was another small, adult small. So I got some good, you know, a few good things for my kids out of this. So this was in the Y2K, The Godfather.
Oh, fun.
So, and most of these are going to be like, you know, 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking.
Some of them may be more. Yeah. So this one is got some wash wear, but I think that because of the size and what it is, that'll sell it. So it's Braves, and it's Majestic brand. It is a large, but it's oversized. Like
it's a t-shirt, not a jersey?
I think this might do okay. You know, maybe a Braves fan, I'll get, you know, $20 out of it. So Lola, I think you froze.
Oh no.
I don't know why you're, and I'll do one more just because I have more than you. Yeah. No, you're okay now. You're okay now, but you froze for a second. So this one is probably the one that I'm gonna get more for than I think I might get. You're delayed though for some reason. So I think I might get 25 to 30 for this. I'm hoping. Redskins, and it's got the on the side, and
I'm looking at
it is a 2 extra large. So this one I think might do a little better. So, and it's in good condition. So,
sorry.
Okay, Lola, are you ready?
Yeah, I just I don't know what to do about my.
You're just delayed a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, you can just, you're just a little delayed for some reason.
Okay. You know, it was being really finicky yesterday. I don't know if
now
you're now or something.
It's like
okay. So one thing I wanted to add about the baseball, is it a jersey or a t-shirt? I couldn't tell from the.
Oh, it's a t-shirt. These are all t-shirts.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
It's a t-shirt.
So it still may apply.
The Washington Redskins. Yeah.
There are the baseball contract with Majestic ended, which of course right now baseball everything is weird, but there's some fans who are really, really loyal to the Majestic brand. So it may be that people are looking out for specifically for the Majestic stuff because that won't exist anymore. And it particularly with the jerseys, because they will no longer be Majestic jerseys. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how that helps with comps. I don't know how it's affecting comps. It may not really matter this year because there's basically no baseball, but you know, going forward in a couple of years, they may become more sought after. So just right.
Okay. Yeah. So I was blurry for some reason.
so weird. Bluffs.
Yeah, I don't know why we're having issues, but
Heather, it's so funny because I read your messages going up and I was really confused. Now that makes sense. So I also got only one college thing, I think, but also a white t-shirt. So it's a little dingy.
oh, that's nice.
But, Kansas, I personally am not hugely into basketball, but my spouse Chris is, and so I've been indoctrinated a little bit, and I know Kansas is a huge basketball school, so this could be something where once, maybe next year, around March Madness time, if I hold on to it that long, could be good. If I make it funky and tie-dye, someone would want to wear it to a game. And then
that's what I'm thinking. And that's a good thing with white shirts, is that the white shirts, you can easily over dye them.
Yeah. And some of these were also, when I got them, they were a bit more yellowed and worn looking. And I did just soak them with some Biz overnight and then wash them. And you can sort of tell on screen, like they all had varying degrees of success. So some of them look almost new. Some of them definitely still could use like some over dyeing and looking a little fresher with like a new coat of paint, basically. But I thought of you, Nay, when I saw this one because I thought it was going to be but it actually is Polo by Ralph Lauren. Yeah.
It's an older one. That's a 90s.
So this is definitely 90s. I'm not sure. What do you think about? Because it is just a plain long sleeve white t-shirt, but it does.
I would try to tie dye that and make it fun and put it on. Yeah. Because you have the advantage. There's Ralph Lauren fans on Depop. There's and there's also, the hipsters that would like that. So I would definitely, that's one that I think that would come out awesome.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was afraid that there would be some Ralph Lauren people who would be like, how dare you tie dye that? Now I don't want it.
I think that would actually be, I think people would appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, so cool. Then that is fun.
Yeah. So these, let's see. Okay, so I have these pants. These were in the Y2K, and these I think will actually do pretty well. They're Puma men's pants, size large. They're track pants, and they are in good condition. So,
yeah, that's a nice piece.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it up so that it's like, I don't mean to be moving it. There you go.
Well, yeah, you can see the logo and stuff.
Okay. So here's the tag on those. So I think they'll do pretty well. And then this was also in there. This is a wrestling shirt. I'm not sure. It's a size men's medium. And you can see it's got. So there's going to be somebody that's into that, and so we'll see. And, this is one of the best ones that I got, I think. This is in really good shape. It's a size large. It's just Fruit of the Loom, but official zombie apocalypse t-shirt.
Is that like it looks like the kind of thing you might find at like the Jersey Shore or something with like all the
I think that it is like one of those things because it's just a Fruit of the Loom. So I think it is something somebody like had made, so it's nothing, but it's just, I think that'll do okay on Depop.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Someone on Depop will wear it, ironically.
Yeah. I also got a Hard Rock shirt. It also has some stains and some yellowing on it. It is Hard Rock Puerto Vallarta.
Well, yours is more fun than mine.
Yeah, it's you see the back of it? Okay. So this is it's a large, but I think I might have to, it's not in bad condition, but it does have a couple stains and it's a little yellowed around the collar. So I think I might try over dyeing that. I want to get a tie-dye kit and try some tie-dyeing. And then this is another one. This was in the vintage box. So this one, it's an Anvil shirt.
Oh, that's like legit vintage, like super nice.
Yeah. Baseball. This is Ransom. It's some kind of.
I have no idea. What is that?
There you go.
Is that like a super?
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
I think it's some kind of alcohol. Like
okay.
I'm
Like
not sure. I have to look that up.
That will
I
do
think
really
that's what it
well.
is. It's like a rum or something, or
Yeah.
yeah. So this has, the only thing is it does have some stains on it. I did put it through the wash with Oxy, but you can still see, I don't know if you can see, like there's still some staining on it.
But two things you can try. One is you can, so I tend to soak things overnight. Oh yeah, now I can see it. And then you can also put a spray bottle fill with water and hydrogen peroxide. So like super diluted, you don't need that much. Hang it in the sun and spray the stains with hydrogen peroxide.
Okay, I can try that. Or I don't know if I should, this one I should try over dyeing. It's got some pretty bad stains towards the bottom.
I wouldn't over dye. I would try to do the stain removal as much as possible in that one first, because I think the way it is the white and red is such a great contrast. I wouldn't try.
Yeah, with the stripe. Okay. And then this, I think, is some kind of tech brand or something. I'm not sure. But it's just a big, so I have to, again, I don't think that a lot of these are
all
of
these are like $10, $15 or $15, $20.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about the cost of the box with everything that you got, it's like definitely make profit and then some. So
yeah, for sure. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
So
plus they're so much fun to open. Oh my gosh. If you guys order one of these boxes, it's like Christmas. It's so much fun.
Oh my God, it really was. I like resisted opening mine because I wasn't sure if you wanted to do like a surprise, haul unboxing on camera. And then I finally
did. Yeah.
So the rest of mine were sweatshirts.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Sort of like in this genre of stuff that my peers definitely owned when I was like in second grade.
Oh yeah. What's the brand on that one?
It says "Your Head Goes Here."
Okay.
Made in USA. It does have some like pilling on it, but I have, sweater shaver, so I might try that on this. And it's a small, like definitely kid size, but I'm sure
but on Depop you have those tiny, people that wear the tiny.
That's true.
So you might be able to advertise it as kids, but say like women's extra small or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Good thinking. And then these are all, so this is the one that was missing its tags, but it does have the Philo logo embroidered.
Okay.
And it's really nice, like contrast, like royal blue and navy blue. So I guess this isn't technically like reverse weave, but it's the same idea. So I feel like this would be, a decent. I was looking at other Phyllis sweatshirts were around the $30 range on Depop. So I think that would probably be.
Yep. People are looking for the vintage ones too, because I think it's Walmart that now sells like a
good tip.
Lower end version of the Phyllis. So
yeah,
I think it's
obviously higher.
Wrong, but I'm pretty sure that So they've taken, but so the older ones is what people are looking for, because so.
Good tip. Yeah, I think you mentioned that on another show, but I totally forgot until you just said that.
Yeah. And
then I think a couple of the other brands are like Champion, isn't that also one?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Target has Champion now, but it's a totally different thing. Like the reverse weave sweatshirts from the 90s. I still have a couple of them that I'll never get rid of. But
I have one too.
I have a pink one that. Yeah. In fact, it's so funny. My parents actually gave away my mom would remember this. So my parents gave away, they donated some of my clothes without me knowing it, and my mom told me, and I was like, oh, my Champion sweatshirt. So my parents actually went over, this was like years ago. So they went over to the bin that they had. It was like one of those clothing drop boxes. And they found out when the guy was going to be there, and he opened it up so they could get my sweatshirt back.
That's so sweet. That's such a great story.
I didn't ask. Yeah, it was because I was so devastated. So then they were like, "We got it back for you."
Oh,
I will never get rid of that champion
oh yeah,
sweatshirt after all.
that whole traumatic experience. So this is also a vintage. It's Reebok. So I don't think Reebok
okay.
has the same level of like coolness on sites like Depop than the other brands do, but you can feel like this is just perfectly broken in and thick. And so I
Yeah.
know this might be one I keep. I do have a bunch of sweatshirts now. I don't really need another one, but
Sometimes though, those broken in ones, like some of these t-shirts that I'm going to, they're just so comfy that.
exactly. It's really hard to part with them. I mean, I can also just wear it a bunch and then decide to sell it if I don't really need it. But and then I have one more item. So I don't know if you want to do a few more and then.
Yeah, and then you can do it. Yeah, and I still have my shoebox here. So this is so much fun. This was in my vintage box.
I got one too.
Did you? You got a good one?
Yeah.
I said I got a pair of
boys would want it.
Vintage baseball cards, 90s base. Oh, that's so funny. So I got a pack of 90s baseball cards in my other box. I don't know what I did with them though. I laid them down somewhere. You did too?
I'll trade you the Goosebumps for your vintage baseball cards.
We might do that. Well, my kids like these. So the only thing is my little guy, my 7-year-old, is terrified of Goosebumps. So I can't I can't even have it in his room. He's so afraid of the book. So but my middle son still likes them. So but it's so funny. He's terrified of Goosebumps. This one is one that I'm gonna definitely try to experiment with over dyeing.
Oh yeah, that looks like a good.
Yeah, it's a vintage Chicago. It's Hanes. You can see it's an older Hanes label, and it's got some stains on it. So so I'm definitely gonna try some. I'm gonna experiment with this one. I think that could be. I think that one could be fun if. It's an adult extra large. It's a little small. It runs a little small though. I think it's just been,
probably slightly shrunk, and also extra large means different things than.
That's very true. And then this one was in the Y2K box. This is also kind of a newer one though, but it's cute for Depop. It's it's an extra small, and it's So I think. I think this might be something that'll sell in Depop for, it's not going to go for much, but, even if I get like $15 for it, I'll be happy. And then this one was also in the Y2K. And this is a nice shirt. It's a cool shirt. What's that?
Looks like a golf shirt.
Yeah, I think so. This is the label on it. So it's a medium. So, I think I'll be able to get at least $20 for that one. Yeah. It is a medium, but still.
I feel like
then this one is kind of pilly. I think it's going to do okay. This is it's a fleece. Wrong season for it, but it's an extra large. It's Adidas.
Yeah.
I'm trying to back up here. And you can see there's the label on it. So I think that this one will, I think it'll do. It is a little pilly, but not pilly like you can close shave it like after they've been washed. Certain times they just kind of get that kind of worn look. But I still think that I think I'll be able to get like $25 for that one.
I would think more. I mean, even though it's then you have people who maybe are hiking or going outside and it gets cold at night.
This one is a Hanes beefy tee. And
that's fun.
Yeah, I don't know
why does it ring a bell?
It has a lot of wash wear, but I still think it might, it might be one that I could try like with the bleaching or something too. I might be able to do something fun with it. And then I just have a couple more and then my shoebox. So this one's kind of fun. So look at the label on this. This was in the vintage box.
Interesting. Is that Levi's?
Blake top.
No,
it's actually SDI. I don't know.
Oh, I thought it said 501 and I was like the
no, it's SDI. You see it?
Yep. Yeah, that's like
Tahoe.
a Pittsburgh shirt, sort of. Is it embroidered?
It's embroidered. Yep.
That's fun.
And it's kind of fleecy. I'm kind of tempted to keep this just because it's like super big and cozy, but I don't know, I might sell it. I think this would actually do okay on Depop, probably.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I was definitely browsing through t-shirts last night to get an idea of comps, and I saw a bunch of those. That's like
this is probably my funniest one. This was in the Y2K box. The brand is Sneakers. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
It's an extra large, but look at the.
That's definitely like.
You love something.
Does Spencer's still exist at the mall, like Spencer's and Hot Topic? That's definitely where it came from.
Yeah. So I think this will do good on Depop. I think it's just so crazy. And then this was in the vintage box. This is fun. It's X-Men.
That'll do well.
And yeah, it's Marvel Comics. It's an actual mesh snapback trucker hat. It does have a pull on it here somewhere, but I think that's not a deal breaker. And it's a new era. And it's got the Marvel tag. So I think this one might do pretty well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then these are probably my favorite item in the vintage box. These are so awesome.
Oh my gosh. Those are so
these
fun.
And I don't know. I have to do some research, but I'm hoping to get like maybe 50 for these.
That's what I was thinking. What's the brand?
They have Velcro on the waist, and they're adjustable. Like it says one size because you can just like adjust the waist that way with the tag.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Are they not like amazing? Yeah, so these are the coolest, and they have pockets, and you can see the print there. It's just they are the coolest. So this was my all-time favorite, I think, from all the boxes.
Yeah, that would have been mine too, for sure.
And they're in pretty good shape too.
And they're perfect for the season, like.
Oh yeah, they're unisex, So this one is one that I definitely will have to do some dyeing or over dyeing or something on. It's Etnies, but it's definitely like been washed with something dark, so it's kind of so it's kind of dingy. I guess that's the word I want to. But I think this will be awesome if I try tie dyeing it or over dyeing it or something,
Yeah.
So try that with that. Then I have my shoes left, so I saved.
I just have one more item.
So these are, and I listed my shoes already. Most of them.
Oh, good for you.
Except for one pair. So I'll tell you what I listed them for. These I think I listed for 30. They are just 9 West, but they're kind of cute. Their style is kind of cute. They are actual suede. They're women's 8.5. So
those are super cute.
And then, so those are cute. And then these are in really good condition. So I listed these for 50, and I've had quite a few watchers on them, and they're Nike Air Max. They're women's 8.5, but they're in almost good condition, like for being. I have to clean off the back a little bit, but for being white, they're in really good condition. So, I mean, I just can go over it with a magic eraser a little bit and here and there. But for the most part, they look like maybe they've been worn once.
And those are the kind of shoes that I would guess people are looking for more now than like wedges. No one's going to a wedding, or you might wear those or wear them to work. But people are going on walks and getting outside. So,
and I also thought there's probably jobs that, like, if you work at Target or something, that you just want like white sneakers with your uniform,
Yeah.
So I would think that would be another plus, that they're because they're solid white. So so they're Air Max. They're in great shape. So I'm hoping to get, between 40 and 50 for those. So, and then these are the most beat up pair, but I will tell you my secret. I throw them in the wash with OxyClean. Yes, leather and all. And I will put them in a garment bag in the wash, like a lingerie bag with some towels to kind of pat it. And these will come out good, but they're, they have a lot of wear on, not wear so much as they're just, stained and dirty. Like the laces need to be washed, but OxyClean will get that. So these are men's size 13, so they're good size. They're also Air Max Nike. So, but I can clean these up, and I can get a nice, $30 for them probably.
That's a great tip.
And then I have these Volatile is the brand. Don't know the brand. They're size 6.5, so they're a little small, but they're like new. I mean, this is the repurposed shoebox, and all the shoes except for that one pair were pretty much, I expected to find like trash shoes or shoes that I really had to, not trash necessarily, but shoes that I really had to put a lot of cleaning into,
Yeah. Not
so. So, I was really, really pleasantly surprised. So these are super cute. These aren't going to get, maybe $20, but they are perfect for, for Poshmark, or they're super cute. And then best for last, about this.
I already know about these.
So.
I can't believe that you got those.
So if you guys don't know what Rothy's are extremely sought out right now. They are one of the things that I've been dying to find in the thrift stores, which I'm not thrifting right now, and so to get a pair of these in the blue box was like scoring gold. So these are size 6, but they are in such good condition. They're like brand new. The inserts in these are supposed to come out. Added bonus tip: if you have a pair of these, take a picture with the inserts, and then the bottom cool. You want to take a picture of the information on the bottom. So yeah, so the more sought out styles tend to be the pointy toe ones, and there's some that I believe these are also discontinued, but there's a few of these listed. So one of them went for $80 that I saw, but I couldn't find a lot of comps on these, and I did see some listed, in the hundreds. I listed these at $199, which is high, okay, but some of the Rothy shoes sell for in the 200s. I'm realistically hoping to get between 80 and 100 for these.
And that's great, no matter, even if it's on the lower end of that.
I listed them ridiculously high just because I figured there might be somebody looking for the style, and then I'm going to lower the price, after. But I have had watchers, I've had Lakers, I've had, I listed them on both Posh and eBay. So.
And so were you able to find like the exact name of that color and style? Because I know that they
I haven't been able to. All of the other ones that I've found were like they didn't have the specific. I found the style name, like it's the cap toe whatever, but I couldn't find the actual like the print. But I found a lot of them, not a lot, but a handful of them, this same ones that were listed. So,
but just not like the name of them.
So I think, this was definitely my.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I haven't found, but.
Yeah. I'm just curious because I know that there's some that are like holy grail. I was wondering if there was any way to know for sure. So it makes sense for you to start them high just in case. And then if they're not super sought after in style, you can lower them, but.
Yeah, I don't think they are because I've seen a few listed, and I did see the one pair that went for $80. The same exact ones went for in similar conditions. So, but they might have underpriced too, So
right, yeah, you don't know the whole story behind it.
Yeah. So I mean, this is definitely my whole boxes.
Yeah. My best item was not as good as your best item, but I thought it was funny because I saw it and I was like, oh, that's not super exciting, and then I looked it up, and so this is a New York Knicks starter jersey from the 90s based on the logo.
Yeah.
It's in pretty great shape. It does need to be, like take a lint roller to it. But besides that, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's been super worn. And comps, at least on eBay, which is where I looked it up quickly, were around $50. So it actually, depending on the player, if it had a player's
That's what I was going to say.
but you know, the player's name, I think, can be a kind of crapshoot because some nobody cares about, some are super sought after.
Yep.
So this is a little bit of a safer bet. Not that I picked it, you know, I just got it, but if I were in a thrift store. And so this pays for my whole box. So everything else.
That's what I was gonna say, that pays for your box, and yeah, and you're definitely yeah. So what would you rate your box on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say, based on what I was hoping for, kind of a 7, based on just like saleability and profit. I'd maybe make it more like an 8.
Yeah.
Only because since they had both the Y2K and the vintage box, I thought that buying the vintage box would get me a little bit older, you know, not so much 90s stuff. But the 90s stuff's also what's in right now. So, you know, I can't about that. Yeah. So I'm very happy with it.
I would rate I think I'm going to.
Then with the women's boxes I bought the last couple times.
I'm thrilled with mine.
How would you rate yours from like a 1 to 10?
So I would say my shoe box is definitely a 10. The Rothy's brought that right up there. My Y2K, I would say, was probably an 8. And my vintage box, I would say 8 or a 9. I would, you know, definitely up there. They're all up there. And I really can't complain because I'm definitely going to, I might rate my vintage box as a 10 because of those awesome pants that were in there.
Oh, true. So, yeah. That was a good point.
Yeah, I was very pleased with my items, and, you know, overall, I think for the Y2K box, it's more like what I found was a lot of the stuff was more kind of mediocre, but mediocre, you know, like 15 to 20 bucks a t-shirt. That's fine. But there was more of it too. So you're going to make more, you know, so.
And I feel like in other boxes, there's been like a couple home runs and a couple duds. And with these boxes, it felt like every item was decent. And then there was maybe one standout, but like there wasn't anything except maybe like the Hard Rock t-shirt that was just totally stained that I was like, I don't know if I can do much with this. I mean, that was just one item. So really not bad. And I'm still going to try tie-dyeing it. So it's not a huge loss.
Yeah, so that's another point. This kind of got me excited to try some tie dyeing. So I'm going to go buy a kit, and I'm going to, you know, go out into my yard and, you know, try to do some of the. I think it'll be fun, you know, as an artist too. You know, I'm all excited about it. You know, I love stuff like that. So this got me inspired to do that. And if nothing else, too, I got a few comfy shirts for myself. So. Yeah, you know, I can't complain. I'm happy. I'm happy with this, and I will do some other boxes. I am excited because what they do now is they do pop-up boxes too. So they've added to their. If you go on to goodwillbluebox.com, look and see they've added to their regular boxes. Like they've added the vintage, the Y2K streetwear, the vintage, the wholesale vintage, the shoes. They've added a lot to it. They have a Lego box that I would love to get one for my kids. They have a plush box now. And that's only $20. So, you know, you can't really go wrong with that one. And, you know, so I want to try some of the different boxes now that they have such a variety. It's really exciting. And they do pop-up boxes now. This week, I see they have a Harley Davidson box. Yeah. They did a Ralph Lauren box. They did. Yeah. They did what was the other one? North Face box. They did, you know, so they do certain brands sometimes. They do. So I love the pop-up boxes that they do. So definitely check back. And you have to get in on Friday at 6 p.m. That's when they restock. And if you don't jump on it, they'll be gone. They have limited now the amount of boxes that people can buy, because I guess people were just buying up like a bunch of all the boxes, you know, like which wasn't there. Now they put limits. I'm not sure what the limits are because I don't buy 10 boxes. But, you know, I assume people were just buying out all the boxes, and that was so now that they put limits on it, I think it's a little better because, you know, I do notice pretty much the bulk of it's gone, you know, a little after 6, but like I scored the Y2K box at it was like 7 o'clock or something, you know, there was still one left. So, you know, so I do notice now that it seems like you have a better shot at getting them. You still have to move fast though.
Yeah, I definitely set an alarm for 6 p.m. on Fridays, even if I'm not planning to buy one, just to see what's there.
I know,
because it's like kind of fun to watch. Yeah. But yeah, so
and I can't buy
anyone,
whatever,
anyone's watching this.
It becomes addictive, especially when we can't thrift right now, Well, I know a lot of people are starting to thrift now, but I'm still not going out thrifting.
Maybe our thrift stores just reopened this week, but I definitely probably won't go until things get a little safer. There is one great local thrift near us that I could see doing a good job of limiting. If they only have a couple customers there at a time, I might feel safe going there, and it's super close. So, if I go and then I don't turn around and come home, it's not the end of the world. So maybe I'll go there. But yeah, I'm jealous of everyone who's thrifting right now, but I'm also kind of enjoying people's like videos about it, because I don't feel, like for my health reasons, I don't think I can go out myself to like Goodwill and the big stores. So
yeah,
it's fun to do that.
So next week we have an exciting show coming to you. We have a really fun guest. Our guest of honor is, you want to introduce?
Yeah, so my spouse, Chris, is non-binary, and they very graciously agreed to come on and chat a little bit about what it's like to shop for clothing as a non-binary person, and to give us some insight into what it's like for them to go into thrift stores. So I think that, is sort of going to be interesting perspective, and then also what they look for to shop for clothing online. And so, what we can look for as bolos, and how we can better tag and use keywords on our items so that people who are looking for them can find them. So I am really excited. I'm excited for everyone to meet Chris, because I know I talk about them a lot, and they're a huge supporter of both my eBay and also our show. So, and if you have any questions, if there's anything,
Chris is a good friend of mine as well.
Yes,
so.
Absolutely, yes. But if you have any questions,
so
feel free to ask. You can leave questions in the comments or message us, and we will try to include everything that that people have been wanting to know about gender neutral fashion.
So there is a big demand for it, especially I think online is probably I think a lot of people will be shopping more online, because it's harder. It's probably harder in the stores, but it's definitely something that if you're not looking for these items, you're missing out on a whole demographic of people that are looking for, those type of items. And we will, and Chris, as someone that, that purchases those, that's looking for those items, and where, we can talk to someone that's in the market for them and get a better idea. And it's also a little bit of a spin-off on our Pride. It's past Pride Month next week, but it's a little wanted to do that, for Pride Month. So it's kind of a
So Pride, or June in general, kind of threw us some curveballs.
Yes, it did.
Schedule we wanted to be, but I'm really excited. And actually, this worked perfectly for Chris, because they're off for the summer now, so it was easy for them.
Great, yeah,
coming on.
Perfect. Yes. And I do have my Pride earrings on again. So I'm wearing a Pride for Pride Month. I've been trying to keep with I had my flag last week, but obviously I'm not home right now. So, and you can find us. You can
find us all over the internet. So as I was saying, if you guys have any questions for next week, you can feel free to comment on this video, or message us on Instagram is probably the easiest way, or email us at naylothrifts@gmail.com. And you can check out our stores on Poshmark, Depop, and eBay. And do you want to add anything else?
No, that's it. We'll see you next week, same time. Our usual time,
regular time on Fridays. So thanks for tuning in on our Thursday show, and can't wait to.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.